Bro, have you been seeing this trend on the internet where you have to provide your ID for everything? The whole era of like the internet being the wild wild west is officially over. This video is titled "The Internet Censorship Era" is by Tommy NFG. Let's go.
Imagine this, a place where you can log on to anywhere in the world and meet anyone at any time. You're all free to discuss your own opinions, whether they be good or bad.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, that was the golden era of gaming. Clip Page, thank you for coming through, bro.
Also get your freak on while you're at it. This magical place is known as the internet has been getting used by the world population for decades.
Man,
Well,
I feel like the golden age of this shit is starting to close and close and close and close. Bro, do you realize that TikTok implemented the same feature and they want you to take, if they flag your page for you being a minor, if the system believes you're a minor, you have to upload either your credit card or your ID, and then you have to take a picture of your face. So this is how you know it's not about the protection of young people. It's actually about siphoning your data. Because if they get hacked, your face and your credit card, it's up for you, bro. You're done.
You can rip that all up because that era of the internet is officially dead. ID verifications. Social media posts taken down for no reason. Taking pictures of you randomly while your camera's on. Nah, I just added that last part, but let's be real. We all have definitely had an FBI agent goon to us through the camera screen while we've been naked, and what are we gonna do? Stop paying taxes? I stopped paying years ago and it did nothing. Recently, a lot of people have been getting worried about the state of the internet and are wondering how long it will actually be in the form we have now. This all stems from one country deciding nationwide to completely change its laws on the internet. The United Kingdom. Man, y'all always gotta ruin everything. First it was food, then it was rap, and now the internet because the country's gonna be watching the UK to see how it goes and writing down notes. Trying to implement their own type of system to spy on their citizens. I'm just playing, by the way. For any of my UK viewers watching now, y'all are valid in my eyes. You are losing on this one to us though. USA for the win. On July 25th this year, the UK passed one of its biggest internet safety act bills ever. The main reasons for them passing it was to block any adult content, violent content, graphic videos, and political videos they say are quote unquote.
This is about control, bro. And one thing I don't like about this whole thing, imagine you say one thing, right, that the government doesn't like. They could put a subpoena in, and then the social media company has to give them your ID. Oh my God, I don't know if y'all been keeping up with that fucking Ethan Klein shit. That's what's dead going on right now, except it's not the government, it's Ethan Klein.
Harmful to the youth. Now, as in what is deemed harmful, it's not like the UK citizens are determining that together in a national poll. It's what the government says is harmful. And now in the UK, on basically every platform you go on, you're required.
Are you giving your ID up? Absolutely not. Honestly, I don't even know what to think because this shit is inevitable. It's like that with Spotify now, TikTok, YouTube, GTA. I think this is going to be a trend that every fucking company is going to be doing, or else you won't be able to participate in being on the internet, bro. We already, like, this censorship era is already too much. I was already stressed out about the dead internet theory, bro. Do you know that do you guys know about that? The dead internet theory?
Show your ID or have your face scanned for it to determine if you're old enough to be on it, including places,
Tommy
I'm
NFG.
not joking, Spotify. If I buy a subscription for a website,
why do you have to be 18 plus to listen to music? That's stupid. Bro, I remember when Spotify came out, I was in middle school. I was listening to my shit. I had some songs I had no business listening to.
And then after they say I gotta verify my ID, I'm running up to their headquarters and demanding the CEO give me a refund right there. This means officially in the UK, you can register for the army at 16, have consensual sex at 16. Some freak ass probably gonna fly over there from the States after hearing about that. Bet they didn't even know. But the one thing you can't do is listen to music. And of course the government's defense for this and what people are gonna be saying.
We trying to protect the children. Our children are under attack on the internet. It's our job to come save them.
I agree with it.
Come on, bro.
It does help protect kids, so why not? Maybe that would be true if they just block like corn and gooner websites. But the problem with this and what most
they're not even doing that right. You just get a VPN and you can grow.
Is that the government shouldn't be doing the parenting for you. In this day and age, our devices and social media platforms.
Bro, that ass. Parents should do. Bro. Parents should be doing their job, bro. Not the internet.
More than ever to have protections for kids. Every social media platform has some type of parental control so that parents can control what their kids are
Exactly.
watching. I remember when I was younger too, TVs had built-in parental controls as well. It's not like it's 2005 and you log on the internet and it's completely and utter Russian roulette of what you're gonna see. That's only if you go on places like Twitter, which no child should be on anyways, or any human being for a long time to keep their sanity. You also have platforms that have created their own kid versions of apps like YouTube Kids. I know even that can have questionable things on it, but
wasn't there like a whole thing with like YouTube Kids a few years ago? Some parents don't want to do their job. They want TV and internet to raise their kids. That shit's crazy.
Definitely like 10 times safer for a kid than typical YouTube. If a parent doesn't monitor,
you can't comment on YouTube Kids either, right?
Then it's the parent's fault. I think a good equivalence is like a parent who doesn't pay attention to their kid and they end up burning themselves on the stove. Then the parent tries to sue the stove company because they didn't make it kid friendly enough. And the quick solution of something like this, most people think, is just getting a VPN and boom, you won't have to worry about the law anyways. In America, there's a ton of states that have corn ban, and I didn't realize that until I moved to Texas. I mean, like,
how did you wait? How did you find that out? Hold on.
Checked what? Why would I ever go on one of those lunar websites? Like, the assumptions everyone's making right now towards me is crazy. But yeah, most people just get around it by using a VPN, so it doesn't matter. It's funny because the same day they enacted the law in the UK, VPN app downloads immediately shot up to #1 in every app store.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I might have to get on that.
Because they found out in the UK government that everyone's not dumb and is gonna get around it using a VPN, they're now planning to restrict that as well. So the only way you'll be able to access all your favorite sites on the internet in the UK soon will be by giving your ID. And you can also bet if the government fails to keep everyone's identification safe and cyber hackers—
Bro, we literally just seen a whole situation with the T app where the entire app got hacked. And thousands of people's ID was exposed to the public and is literally being traded on online forums right as we speak. Why the fuck would anybody do this?
To get it, which of course they're cyber hackers, so they always—
You should now have 5 kids, not in this economy.
Even the US government gets hacked constantly by hackers. Then they're
literally
not if you're affected by it. Maybe they'll give you a $10 Nando's gift card for your worries. Imagine being a kid and coming back from a gruesome day at school. Mommy and daddy are having their casual 5 p.m. yelling match in the kitchen, and you just want to sit back.
I mean, yeah, the T app technically did it. I mean, it got hacked, but it didn't get hacked at the same time because there was no protections behind it. But at the same time, though, that still proves my point. Their IDs were easily accessible.
Relax and watch some funny TikToks. Only for you to be prompted to give your ID or you can't use TikTok anymore. You go on Fortnite only to be then asked also for your ID because there may be some—
Bro, mainly kids play Fortnite. What are we talking about?
And once they start in one area, there's no going back. It's gonna end up on every single app, even if the apps are kid-friendly, because someone is going to complain. One of the biggest UK creators on TikTok, Dylan Page, is even saying he's gonna leave over the changes. If you were on TikTok—
Wait, he said that?
You've probably seen Dylan Page. He's one of the biggest news creators on the app. And
he's goated.
The UK has already started restricting his posts on TikTok because of the new law. People thinking they're not going to focus on political posts are already wrong, because apparently they've started restricting posts about Gaza and Ukraine. I don't know about y'all, but as a kid in school, they would show us documentaries about war.
Oh my god, they're going to snipe my live off the fucking map.
It's damages in the world. To teach us that war is cruel and it should never be the answer. It's not like this matters anyways, because kids are probably going to see the footage on the news anyways. They're just trying to suppress it as much as possible.
No, it's not that they want to suppress it. They want to control it. There's a difference.
Hard to find. Meanwhile, in another Western country, they're straight up banning social media for anyone under 16. Imagine being Australian and having to fight all types of creatures in the wild. Yes. You're walking on the street and gotta go toe to toe with a kangaroo. But the one battle you lose to is the internet. In Australia, their internet safety act called the Online Safety Amendment—
I heard in Australia, kids who are like under 16 can't even use YouTube at all.
Passed in 2024. It banned anyone under 16 from being able to even have a social media account.
Oh my god, bro. Yo, imagine being a kid in Australia. The worst punishment for a kid is taking away their phone. So imagine you can't even use the internet. Oh my god.
On YouTube. And the law got put in place for all social media apps in December except YouTube. Well, now they're reversing that and saying they're gonna ban YouTube too. Even though you still can technically use the platforms. Not having an account kind of makes it useless because your algorithm is tied to your account. And certain social media apps require you after—
What's the point? So if you're not gonna ban the platform, you just ban having an account. That's stupid. That's how you know a bunch of old heads cooked that up. That don't even make sense.
Their government also doesn't understand. By doing this, it's probably going to make those kids worse. Because now you're going to have a lot more of them outside, which, yes, I do think kids need to be outside.
Kids need to be outside. I'm not going to lie. Kids need to be touching grass. But not being able to enjoy, like, come on, bro. Not being able to enjoy the internet is crazy.
Outside a lot more. But they're going to have to find other ways to have fun, which usually for people younger is going to be doing some dumb shit. Being annoying in public or pulling pranks on random citizens in the streets. The reason why younger generations all over the world have less crime rates more than ever is because the internet is the outlet for people's stress. Sometimes it might be raging on a game. Sometimes it might be having an argument in a comment section on TikTok over
bro, do y'all know that that Roblox game, Roblox podcasting? They be having full-blown debates on Roblox, like dead-ass serious debates on Roblox, bro. Oh my god.
Without that outlet, I
straight blowing off steam.
Change in the streets. And I've seen some older Gen Z and millennials saying this is a good thing and these kids do need to go outside. But you realize that's hypocritical because you grew up with a time where these restrictions didn't exist and you could use it. And now you're saying people that are younger shouldn't get the same ability.
You know, I'm happy I'm unk status. I'm gonna keep it a buck. Because at least I grew up in a time where we grew up, we had that era where we played outside, but we also had the PS2, we had the GameCube, we had the PS3, the PS4, we had Saturday morning cartoons, we had Disney Channel, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon, then we had MySpace, Facebook, Club Penguin, we had Instagram, we had Tumblr, we had everything, bro. We grew up on the internet. That's crazy. Now y'all got it. What y'all got now? Y'all got nothing. The only thing y'all got is fucking Italian brain rot and fucking Skibbity Ohio and shit. And Grandma Huz. What the fuck y'all got in this generation?
You were able to have. I would definitely be annoyed as hell if I was under 16 right now. Most of you watching, including me, probably saw some fucked up things on the internet growing up and ended up perfectly fine. I know we focus a lot more on the extreme cases in the internet where someone goes insane and does something.
How young do we think can we get an age check? How old is everybody in the chat right now? I need to find out.
Focus on the help it gives people to escape their reality of life. True, some of y'all may have had a stressful day at school or work and now you're finally kicking back.
Yeah, you want to get on a game and watch some anime.
Even not counting that, it doesn't only affect people under 16. Everyone has to pay the price.
Oh, that's not bad.
Just hope the government keeps your information safe and sound, I guess. I mean, it seems like the Australian government has its priorities set right.
To the Sigmas of Australia, I say that this goofy-air government have been...
No. See, that's the shit. I would have banned the internet right there, too. I'm gonna keep it up. The moment I'm sitting in office and I hear Goofy Eye and I heard fucking Skibbity Ohio, Rizzler, fucking Sigma, Grandma Huz and all that shit, it's over with. I would have banned the internet, too. I'm not gonna lie. If I was an old head and I heard that shit, oh my goodness.
Not just
you unk, though? I'm definitely not unk.
A few of you may remember when they said there'll be no phantom tax under...
Maybe the government being banned, maybe the internet being banned in Australia is not a bad decision. Phantom tax?
The government I lead, they're capaholics. They're also...
How does she know about the word capaholics and yapaholics?
We know phantom tax under the government I lead, they're capaholics. They're also yapaholics. They yap non-stop about how their cost...
And now to top all of this off...
How did she... I'm not gonna lie. Her saying capaholics was low-key ball knowledge.
End of the free isn't safe from it anymore. YouTube in a couple of days on August 13th...
Nah, I'm not gonna lie. That's how they're bypassing everything, though. They're trying to, like, making it seem like they're protecting us. Because when you're being protected, you have to give up certain freedoms in order to have that protection. So they're trying to make it seem like they're looking out for us when in reality they're keeping an eye on us and they're surveying us, bro. You see what I'm saying? Because the internet, data is the money. The more information that you have on somebody, the more that you can control them, bro.
Be rolling out their brand new AI age verification update in the US.
That shit is ass.
Similar to the UK's and scan your face to estimate your age. And their whole reason is basically the same thing the UK government is saying, to lock out certain people out of certain videos if they're not a certain
Bro, this shit don't even make sense. That whole YouTube shit is like the TikTok shit. If the YouTube system feels like you're underage, then you have to sit there and provide them your identification in order to prove that you're not. Even if it says a specific age on your profile. So what happens if you like Pokemon? What happens if you like, you know what I mean? Like certain shit from like when you were a kid that you still keep up with. Now they're going to think you're a kid and you got to give them your ID? That's stupid.
The thing is, though, YouTube already has an age restriction policy, and usually when it hits a YouTube video, no one sees it anyways. They dig it so far down the algorithm that it's hard to find. In fact, usually when a creator does get hit with the age restriction, they have to repost the video so it gets sent out in the algorithm again. But going back to what I was saying before, this is exactly what people are talking about when they say that UK law sets a bad precedent. Because now these platforms are going to be scared of any law that may be coming and add a measure just in case. People are also questioning how YouTube is gonna do it because they're basing it off your watch history and your account behavior. So is it like if you watch too many family-friendly YouTubers, they're gonna ask you? And wouldn't this not stop someone who watches a lot of older content creators even if they're younger than 18? Dude,
right, so they would just be able to bypass that. That's what I'm saying. It doesn't even make sense. The algorithm has to believe that you're young. Like, what does that even mean?
When I was younger, I was watching all the edgy YouTubers and shit. But according to their rules, I guess, the person that's younger watching that older type of content would be less at a risk of getting ID'd compared to somebody that's older watching family-friendly content. In truth, I don't even think YouTube wants to add this update, but at the end of the day, if the government comes for them, they know they have to be prepared so nothing can happen. All these Western nations can no longer flex that they're better than China and Russia because they don't have authoritarian control over their media.
Facts.
Soon enough, I don't think they'll be able to flex this anymore. The current UK government has no clue what they're doing because now they're gonna also lower the age of voting to 16. So they put in a law that universally affects people under the age of 18 and expect those people to vote them back in office? Who the f is running the UK government? Mr. Bean? Like, are you that stupid? Literally any UK politician that runs on a platform of removing this is gonna 100% win the younger vote. There's also rumors too that when GTA 6 releases,
they're gonna have to submit an ID.
To play online, you're gonna have to verify with your ID everywhere.
Keep it a buck. For GTA 6, would you give them your ID? Okay, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I would do it. I would definitely do it.
Is for any of you young who don't care about politics and think it won't affect you, well, now it will, and you better start actually voting before it's too late. But Gen Z, everyone is such online activists and never go out to actually
hella performative.
It's just crazy to me. Anyways, that's gonna be all though. If I reach anyone in the UK or Australia, just hang in there, guys. It probably won't get better, but I'm with y'all. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok.
Shout out to Brody, man. Damn, I'm gonna go ahead and drop a like on this video. This was a hella good video. YouTube censors you for free speech, at the same time gives you corn, gamble, drug ads without any penalty. That's actually facts. You know, in Metal Gear Solid 2, they predicted all this. Oh my god. Think of the children as the greatest excuse since my dog ate my homework. YouTube, TikTok, Reddit, Instagram, long ago, these 4 apps lived in peace until monetization and censorship attacked. The world is actually turning dystopian. That shit is crazy, bro. Other than that, YouTube, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, man. The internet is headed down a dark path. And it's kind of been like that for a little while, but we're going to thug it out in the meantime. Other than that, we out. Peace.